Hello everybody, welcome to the Tube. A lot going on. Here's our lineup. It's official, the EU files antitrust charges against Google. It's big, Lynx mobile cam technology sold to Apple for $20 million. It's the future, IBM harnesses its supercomputer to healthcare. It's Jewish, an Indiegogo campaign solves a Sabbath problem. It's alive, Guitar Hero reboot surprises with live action and so much more. Stay with me. We start once again with an Israeli tech update, and it's big. Apple has acquired Lynx, an Israel-based camera technology startup, for an estimated $20 million, according to the Wall Street Journal. Lynx builds miniature camera designed for mobile devices, hinting that this acquisition is aimed to improve the camera infrastructure in the iPhone. Lynx cameras are significantly smaller than any camera on the market, leading the way with DSLR performance in slim handsets, the company says on its website. The Lynx cameras not only capture 2D images, but also acquire accurate depth information of the complete scene. That means that very soon you'll get 3D mapping with your iPhone cam. Good for you, Apple. Good for you. And some very bad news now, bad news for Google. Just like we speculated last week, Europe's antitrust regulator is planning to file formal charges against Google for breaking antitrust laws. Expected to be announced by the end of the week, these charges would be the first since Microsoft was fined by the EU over a decade ago. If found guilty, Google will pay up to $6 billion in fines and might be forced to unbundle its search engine from other services. Google is preparing a legal response. Tech news website Recode obtained an internal memo discussing the impending charges. Google called the EU's decision very disappointing news, adding that they have a very good case for their defense. Good for you, Google. Good luck. Now, in the future, doctors will have a new assistant in the office, IBM's artificial intelligence supercomputer named Watson. IBM announced a new business unit, Watson Health, that will offer cloud-based access to its Watson supercomputer for analyzing healthcare data. The Watson Health Cloud will be an open-source platform on which care providers and researchers can share and analyze health data for greater insights into trends and to improve individual and overall patient outcomes. The platform facilitates the secure sharing of data from multiple types of input, from personal fitness trackers to connected medical devices to doctor-created medical records. Yes, doctors, now you are just the middleman between us and Watson Elementary.
Watson has spent the last couple of years in healthcare doing amazing things, helping pharmaceutical companies and universities find new drugs. It's been working with doctors to literally learn healthcare and come back and help advise doctors on what they might do in terms of treatments. Now there's an explosion of devices also that's generating data.
Those devices are going to start to capture enormous amounts of information about us as humans. They have capabilities that are going to fuel a data explosion. That data explosion is going to fuel the next generation of health and healthcare. What if we're able to connect that information directly back to your doctor? Over the last 2 years, we've really focused in on delivering new healthcare solutions around Watson. We're going to extend that capability to our new Watson Health Cloud. We're going to have a new analytics platform called Watson Health Insights that extends the capability with dramatic new research analytics that will enable us to build whole new solutions in a secure environment.
The Guitar Hero franchise is staging a comeback tour this year, and it's looking like it's anything but the same old song and dance. Activision unveiled the new Guitar Hero Live, and it made the game look and feel very different. The trademark plastic guitar has been rebuilt, and the game now takes place in a responsive first-person perspective live action video, and an always online music video jukebox powers the game's multiple player mode. If you have an old guitar from the good old days, Well, too bad. You'll need to buy a new guitar for the new game, and the game with the guitar will cost you $100. But it might be worth it to relive your best days as a rock star fantasy hero, and so much better than playing air guitar. Take a look.
This is it!
Let's rock! Are you ready to make some noise? Yeah! There we go. They wanna get mine.
Yes, this is not a promo for the Guitar Hero. This is exactly how the game looks like. Super cool, good new advancement. And now let's crowdfund the world with Didi Chanoch. Flash me in. Good evening, Didi.
Good evening, Jason.
Let's start.
Okay, our first project is one of those that's interesting to talk about because it's a sequel project. Let's take a look.
Let's.
Girl Genius is a webcomic. It updates 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
It's all available to read for free online at girlgeniusonline.com.
And every year or so, we collect up all the new pages and we put out another collection. And it's that time once again.
This is our 3rd Kickstarter, and you guys have been wonderful every time. We've really appreciated all of the love and support we've got through all of this.
Our printer also likes Kickstarter because we collect money from you folks in advance, which we then turn around and pay to the printer, and they can buy paper and ink and staples and all of that wonderful stuff that we need to get the book actually printed.
Staples.
Staples.
These books are not held together with staples.
What have they been charging us for?
Laughter. So, what's the concept here?
Okay, Girl Genius is a very popular webcomic that everyone can read for free. It's all still available to read for free. Every year for the past 3 years, they've collected the last year's editions and put a Kickstarter up to sell the printed editions. And they've done very, very well. The past 2 years combined, they've managed to collect about $500,000. Yeah.
For something that's not new content-wise.
It's not new content, and you can still get it all for free.
So how do we explain it?
Fans love this series and they love supporting it. The new edition is already pretty much close to meeting its goal of $60,000, and they've still got more than 2 weeks to go. So they're doing very, very well.
Is it very common that webcomics move to print?
More and more so. We've seen that quite a bit. A lot of times people then remove the free content, but these guys have seen a lot of success while still keeping everything up.
Yeah. Good for them. It's really how I think you should do business in the internet world. Yeah. Everything should be free, and if people like what you do, they'll pay the additional fee.
It's some sort of freemium model. The next project.
Okay.
Let's move on to that, even though we still have to. Yeah. The next product is one that may be near and dear to many Israelis' hearts. It's the new kosher way to turn on the lights.
Okay, let's take a look.
Meet Kosher Switch, patented technology endorsed by leading poskim and Orthodox rabbis, facilitating the on-demand control of electricity on Shabbat while making Chilul Shabbos impossible. Anyone who's observant experiences frustrations with electricity on Shabbat and Yom Tov. During one Shabbat, when the timer, the ubiquitous Shabbos clock, prematurely decided that dinner was over, I sat in the dark and thought, it's the 21st century, there's got to be a better way. Using my tech background, I was zochet to invent a method that leverages technology to enhance the observance and enjoyment of Shabbat. That's how Kosher Switch was born. Kosher Switch is not a grumma or indirect causation device. It's actually an ungrumma switch. It lets us have lights on or off as needed, instead of scrambling to predict those needs minutes before Shabbat. Kosher Switch reinforces a religious lifestyle that's also environmentally friendly by curbing needlessly wasted electricity.
Okay. First of all, what's the trick here? How does it work?
Okay, from what I understand, and I'm not an authority, a rabbinical authority by any means, the idea is that the switch, when you flip it, does not directly cause the light to go on or off.
You actually do this, though, on the wall?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You do this, but since the electronics goes through a series of switches, and there's an element of randomness, and it's not, turn on, immediately turn on, but, there's a bit of a delay, which, is very short. The idea is that it's kosher because you're not directly lighting the flame.
But your intention is to light the flame.
Yes, but that's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, because consider the fact that automated switches, which also intend to light the flame, are already in place in a lot of people's houses.
If I'm randomly in my living room and the light turns itself on because it's adjusted to be turned on the Shabbat during the daytime, so that's one thing. But doing this...
Yeah, but you're not... There's no rule against, moving a piece of plastic.
Okay, okay.
They've managed to get some rabbis to say that their thing is kosher, and I'm pretty sure people are going to decide whether, and rabbis are going to decide in various communities if that's good for them.
And will this become a hit? What are the numbers here?
They're doing fine. They're doing really, really well. 2 days into the campaign, they've raised $33,000 out of a goal of $50,000.
Okay.
That's pretty good. If they keep going, they've raised $7,000 since last night.
Yeah, well, we like the Shabbat, so good luck for them. Let's move on to the third one.
Okay, our third one is another kind of automated switch. This one is an automated knob for gas oven or any kind of heater. It comes with one of those thermometers you put in food, which is something we've seen a lot of in the past few years. And let's take a look at it.
Let's.
Things don't always go as you plan in the kitchen. Sometimes a dish turns out undercooked, and sometimes things end up burnt. Simple temperature control is still an unsolved problem in the kitchen. At Meld, we want to change that. We want to help people cook the perfect meal every time. We built the Meld knob, clip, and app that together make up the world's first automatic temperature cooking control system that work with your existing cooktop and cookware. This is the Meld knob, and it's the key to controlling temperatures. The Meld knob replaces the existing knob on your gas or electric cooktop. It automatically turns the burner up or down to keep the food at the perfect temperature. The Meld knob knows how to adjust temperature based on data it receives from the Meld clip. The clip attaches to the cookware you already own and continuously measures the temperature of the food you are cooking to within less than a degree.
Wow. Looks good if it works and doesn't explode in your kitchen.
Well, I don't see how a knob can explode your kitchen. You're still the one, turning it on.
Okay.
It's not going to automatically, go off on itself, hopefully. And it gives you all the information directly to an app that you can look at. But the nice thing is the temperature control. Because we don't really know what high temperature means when it comes to cooking. Medium. This gives you a very precise way to not only know what the temperature is of what you're cooking, but also to automate the response to it.
Okay, I'm assuming it's a very successful campaign because lots of cooking people in the world.
Yeah, they're doing quite well. Again, they've got over $130,000. They've blown past the original goal. They still have over 3 weeks to go. They're doing really, really well.
Yeah, well, good for them. Thank you very much, Didi.
Thank you, Jason.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Now, you want to sell your crappy car? Sure you do. So just do what Django from Nebraska did. Get a drone and shoot the car as if it was the most interesting thing ever. Add the soundtrack from the original 1987 commercial, and vroom vroom, you're good to go.
This is Ford Taurus, the sensational
used
car that's getting all the rave reviews for its design innovations, its high technology, the way it handles and rides. Now, Motor Trend's Car of the Year comes on even stronger for
2002.
If you haven't driven Taurus, see your
Craigslist ad
right away. He's got one now with your name on it. At Ford, quality is job one.
Yeah, cars, commercials, love, and beauty. That's it. Show's over. Thank you very much for watching. Log on to our Twitter and to our Tumblr. It's TheTube24. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new show of The Tube. And always remember what Gwyneth Paltrow has to say. Beauty to me is about being comfortable in your own skin. That or kick-ass red lipstick. Think about it. Goodbye.